Hello, hello, and a very warm welcome to everybody in the meeting. I can see a couple of familiar faces. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Luca. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Claudia.
I can see Ricardo.
Hi,
I can see
Claudia.
Silvia. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. So we're waiting for more people to come. Currently 35 participants in the meeting. Let me know when to start. Perhaps we should wait for some more. How many students do you expect?
We expect about 100, but I guess we can start as soon as you think it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, well, let me share the screen again so that we can go through the presentation. I believe you can all see the yellow screen now.
Yeah.
With the EPA award logo.
Yes, we can see it.
So here we go. Yeah, welcome again to everybody in the session. Just to let you know how we have planned to run the ceremony. There's going to be, well, two moderators, if you allow. So there will be Ricardo and myself. Ricardo talking on behalf of NABA and myself talking on behalf of epda. So what's the agenda for today for this, well, jury session? We have the ceremony, but we do have a second part, which means that we would like to open the floor to discuss with those present things that perhaps your questions on the jury member statements, your questions about EPDA, your questions about packaging and design. Perhaps you have questions you would want to raise towards the jury members, the industry, who is with us. Yeah, so let's start with the bigger and more official and important part, the ceremony. Here you can see, well, a bunch of designers. This is EPDA a couple of years ago when we all went to Taipei, just to give you a little introduction about who we are and what we do. Here you can see us at an event in Madrid. I think it was, well, a few years ago before COVID. Now we are starting to get back to what we used to do, meet in different places throughout Europe. All the designers, packaging designers, experts, professionals, students, whoever is interested in being together with us. Grow through exchange is our, well, mission, if you want. Because we believe it's important to learn from each other. So it's a bunch of designers that is very open-minded, first of all, to talk about, well, the good things, but also the bad things in the industry, to dare raise problems as well. So here is one more student to come, just let in. Yeah, EPDA and NABA, let's have a quick look at, well, our relationship, which is quite a long one. Well, long ago established, must be like, well, 8-9 years ago. We have two personalities that are very important in with this in this regard. On behalf of EPDA, I'm welcoming again Rob Vermeulen, who is EPDA board member. He used to be a president long time ago, like 17 years ago, it must be, when I joined the association as well. And he is responsible for our industry partner relationships, but also for our connection to students and the next generation. And then there is from NABA side, again, a warm welcome to Patricia Moschella, Communication and Graphic Design Area Leader at NABA. Perhaps if the two of you would like to, well, give a little introduction to, well, where we are, what we've done together, and yeah, so that the students know a little bit more about our relationship.
Okay. Can I start, Claudia? Or no,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, Patricia, ladies first normally, but I'm sorry now. Actually, my name is Rob van Mullen. I said before, I'm a member of EPDA, as you can see. And I am working in Holland as a designer. Long time I had an agency, and I'm now responsible, as Claudia said, for the areas in which I work. The award itself is actually for many years now a pleasure to work, because we had in advance, we had an award just for PDA members, and then at the moment we decided to extend the award to students as well, in order to have both the professionals and the young generation. And the last few years, also by Corona, we have now the junior award, and today it is the result of what we saw, what you have done in the period between the start of the award and now. I must say, being also a member of the jury, it was astonishing to see how many good results we encountered. And even if it was a quite complex briefing, I realized that very well, because it was not only about design and aesthetics, but it was also in relationship to our industry partners. It was about materials, and how can you apply materials from the partners we have in your designs, because once it has to be realized, of course. Actually, I think that's for the time being what I would like to add, Claudia, and I hand over to Patricia. And sorry, Patricia, for being the first.
Don't worry, it's okay for me. It's okay for me. I have also some connection problem, but I think that now is okay. Do you hear very? Do you listen to me? Do you hear me very
Yes,
good?
yes,
or
we can
not?
hear you.
Which is your? Okay. Thank you to invite me and my colleagues, teacher, and of course students to this important meeting and event, in which of course we confirm our long partnership that started with kind of format, and then, as Rob said before, developed in a different way and opportunity. Maybe new are arriving in the future, I don't know. And I would like to thanks for the opportunity to work on as an important association as the yours, with a lot of partners and members that have a very specific and glaze on the future. And as we are in schools, also we always watch what can be our role in the future as a teacher, as also a designer. And I would like to say you that we will continue to work on sustainable project, because this is the first topic we have, and not only in our school, but in Italy and of course in the world. So I would like only add this. This is our perspective for the future, our aim, and of course I know that is also an aim that we can share with you. I prefer to leave the word to my colleagues, to Luca, to Fabrizio, who wants to add some think about our work. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, that's important, and a good transition to the next step, because well, of course, we do have well, more important people from NABA here with us. And I will just well, move on to the next slide to introduce them to you. I can see Fabrizio here, and I can see Luca. I don't know Paola in person, so I don't know whether she is here and would like to say something.
Yeah,
but,
unfortunately,
Luca.
Claudia, unfortunately, Paolo cannot be here, but he will look at the registration for sure. So if Luca is here, we can give the word to him.
Yeah, Luca, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. This is the panel of the professors of NABA involved in this contest. So we are three, it's me, Luca, Paolo, and Fabrizio, that you know. Could you switch on the next one, please? Thank you. So, what can I say? Most advanced yet acceptable. This was the topic, if you remember. We have presented at virtual Drupa last April. It seems that this topic is central also for this EPDA contest. So, close relationship with companies, with technical knowledge, with innovative materials and techniques is crucial. They allow us to develop our research path based on solid technical foundation. A great opportunity, let me say, for the university world to learn and stay up to date technically. But I think that we also feel it's an extraordinary opportunity for the companies, from the industries too. Therefore, through the research that is the core of the university system, they, the industries, can see their own future through speculative and project scenarios. For instance, that students and teachers both are able to develop in a credible and professional way. So it seems again that the translation of the previous title, most advanced yet acceptable, and the soul of this contest are the, I say, the credible innovation. As always, we are very happy about this collaboration between NABA, between the teachers of NABA and the EPDA contest and the EPDA board. Now I leave the rest of the time for the award ceremony. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you very much. And I've finished. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca. Fabrizio, would you want to say some words? Welcome to the session. Good to see you. Please unmute yourself. Sorry. We can't hear you. You are still muted.
Sorry, here I am. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, now it's working.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I think this is really a best practice. We have been working together for quite a long time so far, many years, and this is the best reason why, the best demonstration that we work well together.
And sorry for interrupting. We have to say that Fabrizio is the father of this relationship. Yeah. Because it was, well, thanks to him that he initiated the contact at the time already, a professor at NABA, that he established contact between the two of us.
Well, thank you, Claudia. It was quite by chance. I mean, I didn't know that we could really widespread so much this practice. And I brought an interesting contest by EPDA in my international class. And immediately it became a part of the NABA graphic design and packaging design course. And I'm so glad about that, really, because it has concrete, tangible values for everybody, but in particular for our students. As we have some distinctive, interesting plus, which are to be international. We are an international level, to work on innovation, as Luca was saying before, and this is very important. And you give us, EPDA give us the possibility to, let me say, even to to talk to our students about materials, about manufacturers, about producers, about what we call the filiera of packaging, which is very important, the network, because packaging, as we say, is a big industry. And there are many actors. We are not just talking about, let me say, graphic or design. It's quite a complex word. And so thank you, EPDA, for keeping along with us. We are very glad. Well, last but not least, the award is always something very stimulating and interesting. So, well, let's now start with the awards.
Thank you, Fabrizio. Yes, I hope that, well, it's not only stimulating for, well, EPDA representatives and NABA professors, but also, well, for the students and, of course, for the industry partners that were involved in this session, in this awards, in this EPDA award. So what was the brief? I mean, you all know it well. It's just to, well, have a little summary and recap here. Fabrizio, I will mute you because there is some noise in the background. Yeah, develop an innovative packaging design concept, we said, including primary and secondary packaging for, could be non-food, food, or the pharma market. So the task was to create a new product. There were two things to be kept in mind. So one is when developing the structural and graphic design to really, well, to focus on the development of the brand, a positioning, and a brand experience. So branding was one important topic, and another important focus was, of course, the material that we provided through our industry partners with the desk box that we sent to NABA. Unfortunately, we have to say, well, the plan really was a different one. Now with pandemic, the pandemic situation, we couldn't, well, make sure that you all have the desk on your desk, because this is actually the initial idea. And the desk box was created by all the industry partners of EPDA in a well, quite complex and long project, was delivered to all EPDA member agencies to work with the material, and we send it to you, students. Yeah, so the jury, here they are for you. We have, well, a couple of them with us today. Thanks a lot for joining. Not all of them could be here. So first of all, well, we have Rob van Beulen on behalf of EPDA, and this is the senior view, I may say, Rob, as an experienced designer. We have from NABA, from the education department, Silvia, NABA professor, with us. Hi, good to see you again. We have the industry partners, Julia König. I don't know whether she has or could join. Meanwhile, I can't see you all, so I don't know whether she's in the meeting. Well, hello again, if you are, or hopefully later then. There is Julia, and she is a designer, senior designer at Kurz. Sorry, we go ahead with Stora Enso, and there is August Salo, who well, definitely wanted to join, and just before the meeting had to say that there was some well, urgent project popping up. So well, I'm supposed to send my best regards to all the students present. We do have Lucy. Lucy is with us today. Lucy is from Sliver International, and she is communication director at Sliver. So good to have you here, Lucy. Our partner Siegwerk, there is Ursula Döring. She takes care of brand owner collaboration in specific projects at Siegwerk. And last but not least, and I'm really, well, now I don't know, we have several Alessandros, but he told me before that he will not be well, available to join. He would have liked to, but he said, well, perhaps I will, perhaps I won't. So Alessandro Villa was the youngest jury member, and it was great to see that he, as a, well, just graduated NAVA student, was the linking pin between the next generation and the older generation in the jury. So the judging criteria, perhaps worthwhile looking at, 4 different topics: branding, design, production, and sustainability. And you can see the percentages according to which the jury judged these criteria. And the process, perhaps that's an interesting one, because this gives you a look behind the scenes, which is not always the case when you enter some works to an award. How did we do it? So there were 39 concepts in total. And in the first round, the jury members, they all worked remotely. So they studied your concepts and they categorized the concepts into 3 categories, saying, well, this one definitely has a very high potential to win. This one, well, rather potential, but I'm not sure. And perhaps there are a few ones where jury members didn't see any potential. Interestingly, it was not, always coinciding how to say, it was not congruent results by the jury members. So we ended up with lots of, a long list of high potential, a long list of potentials. And again, the 14 best high potentials, so those concepts that scored best, they then went into the second round, which was again a remote work, and not due to the pandemic situation, but this is the concept. So each and every jury member worked on these 14 concepts and had to give points from 1 good to 5 excellent for each of these design concepts marked as high potential. So we tried to narrow the list and to make it shorter and shorter. So 6 of the concepts then finally were mentioned as nominated. And in this 3rd round, which was then an online meeting, all these nominees have been discussed by the jury members. So to see, well, are we still okay with the scores, or are there any issues, any specific thoughts one or the other jury member had and wanted to discuss with the others? Because very clearly, very different points of views from industry partners. For instance, to look at it from the point of view from cardboard or from sleeve, to see, okay, which do I think is the best for this industry? And even from a designer's perspective, there was one that Sylvia liked a lot that perhaps didn't get so much points from other jury members. So there was a lively, very vivid discussion, and everybody gave these points to again reduce the list and finally then say, okay, now we weighted according to the judging criteria. To really make it a very, very neutral decision, and then to make the final decision all together to say, okay, is this what we really want? Who is the first winner? Who is the second? And who comes third? Yeah, so we move on to the next slide to present the nominees. We already communicated the nominated concepts, but let's have a quick look and run through the different nominees. Here in alphabetical order. So we start with BIT. And here you can see the concept. Again, you all know it, whether jury member, industry partner, or design student. And here you have, one representative opinion of one of the jury members. Not sure, Julia, are you there? No, it seems she couldn't make it.
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, she is. Very good. You are hidden.
I didn't find the unmute button.
Okay. Yeah. That's super. So may I ask you to comment on BIT, because this was really one of your favorites.
Yes, it was, and I just would read out what we saw in that concept. So BIT was, or we found this the sentence in the concept that was written, that BIT, to mean that we're all part of something bigger. And that's what we see in the concept, because it underlines the importance of togetherness and sharing and being a community, and in a very fresh and colorful design, as we think. So it's about sharing and exchanging and being part of a community. And that's the spirit of the concept we see. So it's all the more fitting that the chocolate flavors become illustrated characters as we see. And so we gave a lot of points for the visual designs. They were really friendly and unique characters that represent the community factor, and a bold color code that represents the different flavors. So we think it's a very young and great and distinct visual design. Yes, and well, some points were lost concerning the production and sustainability approach, because we see more potential in the structural design. But altogether, a really great concept and great design.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you. So, well, this was, well, her view, but well, based on the jury member discussion. Yeah, so congratulations, first of all, to well, be nominated to this well, student team. And I avoid reading out loud the names because well, I would hardly pronounce them in the correct way. Desiree, Noemi, and Davide, thank you very much. Dela, here is Dela for you, just to recall the concept. Well, this is well, an excerpt from your presentation. And here we have Sylvia to, well, comment, as this was one of your favorites,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, actually, we decided to mention, to give this kind of a special mention to the ELA project, because we actually noted that into the brief, it was not mentioned the partners which actually are included into the brief. So because of that, DELA now has this kind of award, which is a special mentioned. So DELA has won the esteem of the design jury. Key value in which DELA distinguishes itself are color sense, formal rigor, and respect for consumers' needs. Aesthetic and functionality are here combined for facilitating the right product usage by consumers, considering its peculiar product category. So these values extend from packaging design to consumer-centered culture and the integrated brand communication system. So, however, for greater accuracy and the accuracy into the detail, the accuracy in why we are reading and elaborating a brief, it might be necessary to include partners in order to increase its design process feasibility. So that's just a special mention because they are really capturing our attentions. However, is not part of the top 3. So that's just a special mention. So congratulations as well.
We will talk about that later on. Thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, we move on to the next one. First of all, congratulations, Denise, Laura, and Eleonora. There was a nominee called Globe, and well, here you can see the design again. And well, some words from Rob. Do you remember Rob on this design, because it was well, scored quite high and got well, became one of the nominees. You are muted, Rob.
Yes, there we are. Yes, I was very happy to see Globe because I liked the concept, a very interesting concept for a product, put it that way. I saw a beautiful brand, and the whole aesthetics of the brand and the packaging were very good. And I must say, an excellent packaging that I can already imagine being on the shelf, put it that way. The most interesting thing is also the sustainability issue, not only the idea of the materials that has been used, but also the reducing of waste by the concept, because what you do, you pack a concentrated content, and that means at the end that you have less packaging less liters to be transported and less logistic and carbon footprint. So I think there is a mutual effect on the things, both in sense of aesthetics, in using materials, but also a sustainability issue that I think is very important.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks a lot. So congratulations on this one, Rebecca, Filippo, and Valeria, nominated, well, to become a winner or not. Dynamics is one of the next concepts, so still a few to go. And here you can see the design. And we have Ursula, who well, sent us a comment for this concept, because it was actually, well, her favorite concept. The combination of different types of ice cream and cones into a single packaging structure is a very creative and new approach, she said. The packaging, well, will appeal to the target group Generation Z at the point of sale, thanks to the incorporation of pop culture influence in the design. Overall, a very successful, sustainable packaging concept, a wonderful idea to market this product as a gift to share the enjoyment with others. Congratulations, Simone and Ludovica. Gumi. Here you can see the Gumi concept again. And here we have Alessandro's comment. Alessandro, are you with us? I can see, well, 2 Alessandros in the list, but I think it's students. It's not Alessandro Villa. A project executed with high care. The goal of the brand is original and strong and has been realized with a style consistent with the target audience. The characters on the packaging become mascots, and besides being very cute, they help the understanding of the method of use and support the consumer. The method of consumption is then explained and illustrated perfectly on the packaging. Congratulations to Elisabetta, Arianna, and Rossella. Kain. Here you can see, oh, Kain, or even I don't know whether it's the right pronunciation. Well, to me as a German, I would say Kain. What do the Italians say, Luca?
Cain.
Cain. Oh, so sorry, Cain. Okay.
No worries, so it's fine.
It's pronounced Cain. Yeah, and August was well, very well appreciated this concept very much. So you can already well see how we chose the jury member statements, because we always said, well, he or she who well gave well highest scores to the concept is supposed to write the jury member comment. A refreshing look at pharmaceutical packaging and the issues present in conventional packs. Simple and clever use of material, providing additional space for communicating essential product information. A very efficient and inspired concept overall, says August. August is packaging designer and very much into structural design at Stora Enso. Congratulations, Ligui, Samantha, and Margarita. SOAR is our last concept. Again, is that correctly pronounced? SOAR, Luca?
It's not one of mine, project mine. So
Fabrizio,
I mean,
do you know how to pronounce it? SOAR?
It could be.
Could be. Okay, but perhaps well, the student could tell us later on. Again, I will show you the design. So this is how SOAR looks. And then I'm happy to have well, our jury member on board today, Lucy from Sleever, communication director, please. Yeah, okay, I'm muted already.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Lucy.
Hello, everyone. Just a few words about SOAR, because I personally found the concept very inspiring. Well, to me, it was really a kind of sign of the times with this gender fluid approach and unisex product, I would say, with a strong sustainable approach with the solid shampoo. So that was, to me, that was the right balance between an interesting concept, a creative concept, the right product design, something at the same time simple, convenient, and very aesthetic. So that's a good balance between sustainability, between functionality and aesthetics. And that's why, to me, this product could be very successful.
Thank you, Lucy. Oopsie, congratulations. Oh, that's the wrong order. Andrea, Massimiliano, and Rebecca. Here you can see all nominees at a glance, the different concepts we've just gone through: BIT, DELA, Globe, Gadamics, Gumi, Kane, and SOAR. Congratulations again to all the nominated concepts, to all the students. So it's, quite a big student group that deserves being celebrated here. Now we turn to the winners, because not all of these concepts could become the winner. It was, as I said, it was a lively discussion, and I remember that in the online discussion where we went back and forth, or jury members discussed back and forth, finally when giving all the different points as weights on the judging criteria, to really say, okay, 30% for branding. How well did the student group think about the branding? How well did they think about sustainability? Did they meet the criteria that the material of the sponsors, the industry partners had to be used? Then finally, it was very clear which concept got awarded as best. Here is Globe for you. And here are the comments of all the jury members. Rob already told us what he personally thought about Globe, and we have all the other jury members who sent us their comments, which I would like to read out loud to you. Congratulations to the student team. Ursula Döring from Siegwerk, she says, the concept was devised after comprehensive research on the Italian market, including the influence of the pandemic. The box is simple, yet elegantly designed. Special commendation must be given for the creative and original packaging concept. Alessandro said, a project carried out with great care and aesthetic consistency. The brand and the look and feel is perfect for the occasion of consumption of the aperitivo. The use of new, innovative materials is always to be considered an added value, and these spherical balls are perfect to share the packaging with friends. Instructions for the method of consumption are well explained and positioned inside the packaging to help consumers. Lucy, would you want to read yours for a change? Still muted.
Yes. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I found the concept very innovative, either in just the type of the product, the way it was conceived, and the packaging, and it's also something that everybody needs. That's a sign of the times as well, because that's a kind of fun answer, I would say, to the rough times we've been through, with a festive product, a creative product, which is at the same time very innovative. Again, the aesthetics, the functionality, and the instructions for use, everything is very well balanced, well created. So again, to me, a successful product is that good balance between the concept, the creation, the functionality, and the added value, I would say, for the user. So definitely, it has it all. So that's what I found in this concept.
Thank you, Lucy. Sylvia, what to add from your point of view? Sylvia? Or Julia, would you want to comment?
Well, I just would add that, in my opinion, the colors and those curves you see on the visual design reflect the idea of the aperitivo on the Italian streets. So that's why we like the design a lot.
Thank you, Silvia. Let me read hers. The core project idea is the ennobling of the raw material, including the combination of materials and industries required, and the innovative approach to design. The packaging kit developed here gives a unique value to the brand consumption experience, including the accuracy towards its target. This project includes responsible packaging requirements, avoiding extra disposable packed product and packaging material. Okay, here she is, Silvia. I just read your comment. And then, well, last not least, there is August, who said a unique product idea with a strong visual language. Branding, product, and packaging come together to form a balanced, playful, and stylish product experience. A great take on a futuristic premium cocktail product, clearly focusing on special occasions. So here you go, winners, the winning team. Congratulations, Upsa. Here they are again, Rebecca, Filippo, Valeria. And we could all perhaps clap our hands to give the applause needed, even though this is a digital event. Yeah, and there is a little prize for you. And this prize is, we as EPDA invite you to attend our next event, which is going to happen in Nice, in the south of France, on the 5th of November. Well, get in touch with me to find out what we will do there, but it would be great to have, well, the next generation on board discussing with, well, senior designers at this event. And then there is a digital event coming up soon, which is on Wednesday this week, which is called Love It or Leave It. Very interesting one. Jane, who is creative director at Depot, an agency in Moscow, she put together a selection of brand design cases she wants to share with us and discuss with us. So is it good or is it bad? Thumbs up or thumbs down? And we are, well, looking forward to an interesting and lively debate online. So happy to welcome you students to share your view on this, well, these brand design cases. We move on to the second place, because after the first, there is always the second winner to come. And this is Kane. Kane, well, Rob, perhaps you would want to give your opinion about Kane, because we already heard what August said. Please unmute you, mute yourself. Sorry, you're still mute. Yeah.
What I like in this concept is that it has an extremely clear performance of information, showing the information. That means that it is easy to use, and there will be no more confusions, I think, for patients. So getting close to patients in order to facilitate them to avoid illness or to help them with an illness in a very modern and I think a very nice way. So the language of the design supports the probably different way of living with the disease. But anyhow, I think it is a very great thing. Yeah. And what I mentioned in my description is also the support by the digital media makes the concept complete. I think what was presented there as well is very important. People can easily use it by using their devices to combine it with the pack.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, so all jury members together decided that Kane is supposed to, well, become the second winner in this EPDA award. Again, congratulations to the team, Ligui, Samantha, and Margarita. And well, even though it's not the first prize, still, we do have a little prize for you. We would like to welcome you to our next event happening on Wednesday. We hope you have you find the time in the late afternoon to discuss with Jane and other designers brand design cases. Yeah, and then there is a third position, a third place we want to give, and this is bid. BIT has won the appreciation of all jury members. And there was a long discussion, I remember, between the third and the second and the third place. But here we go, BIT now as a winner of the third place. Julia already told us her view about BIT. Rob, perhaps you can now complete with yours.
Yeah, as I said in my comment, it is not new in the market. We know, of course, that kind of packages, but I think the modular packaging is quite interesting, and it allows a brand owner to play with the content because it is modular. So it can be one big tablet, it can be boxes, different boxes from small things. I think it is a very interesting approach. The use of the board and the ink and surface opportunities are great. And I think the brand as such is a very strong one, and it causes a diversity, a new approach in the shelves, I think.
Thank you, Rob. Well, again, here are just two representative jury member statements. Well, if for you students, well, tell us, well, whatever concept it was, you would like to learn more about what jury members said. Get in touch with us if you want to get a more, well, concrete and more precise feedback than what you can see here. And as Sylvia already revealed at the beginning, there is next to the three winners, there is this special mention. Because I moderated the session, it was the jury members who discussed back and forth what about DELA. Sorry, did it go too fast? No, well, first of all, I did not tell you about the prize for BIT. Well, Desiree, Noemi, and Davide, I'm sorry for that. Congratulations again to the team. And well, as for the second and the first team, we would like to see you at our live flash event, the Love It or Leave It event on Wednesday afternoon. So it could be a very strong wing of the next generation, giving us well, your view on the brand design cases we want to discuss with other designers. Welcome to the event. Yeah, and as as Sylvia already revealed earlier during this session, there is this special mention, DELA. Again, as this was well got really well lots of scores, highly scored in the overall well comparison. The thing really, in fact, is that there was the well the condition to think about the material that we provided you with. And there was the criterion to use at least 2 of the partner relationships and the material that was sent. So, well, this concept then, strictly speaking, would have had to be well disqualified. But even though we said it's such a great concept, and we would like to give it a special mention. Congratulations, Denise, Laura, and Eleonora, and please be with us on Wednesday to support your student team in the EPDA Live Flash, Love It or Leave It. Yeah, so all this wouldn't have been possible this time, this EPDA Award Future Packaging, without our dear industry partners. Of course, well, because they give all their support to EPDA in general, but this was a very, very special one to create the desk box together and to provide the material, to think about how to pack it, how to present it also to students. So thank you very, very much to all the industry partners. We hope for a follow-up regarding desk. So Rob, perhaps you could mention how we think to follow up this project.
Yes, I hope we can do that, because what I did in the concept was making a box that is more than just a box, and I hope it has a beautiful appearance, means that it stays on the desk for the designers. And what we want to do is, at least once a year, we think we will send additional materials to fill the box or to refill the box, because I think it should be a kind of thermometer of new technology or new materials for the students to discover each time again, not only for the students, but also for the professionals, of course, in the agencies, to discover the new things that come up. Normally, we see materials like this on exhibitions like Drupa and things like that, but as it has not been there in the Corona time, I think that was a very good possibility to share the latest materials with the professionals and the students. So for that reason, I really hope that we may rely on our partners to continue, and probably it is even an idea for others to join, as we saw with this box already during the process. There were partners who said, hey, quite interesting what you are doing, is it allowed to join? And we said, no, it isn't, because that is for our partners. So we have to see how we continue in that.
Yeah, in fact, thank you very much. Yeah, this was, well, the last part of the award ceremony. Congratulations again to all the student teams that, well, won the award, and well, hope to see you at our live event or even in Nice. We have some time left, so well, just if you have any questions, students or, well, jury members to the industry partners, if there's anything that you would like to discuss, well, the floor is yours now.
I just want to add, thank you very much, Claudia. This presentation was great, and we stayed in the time. And I just wanted to remember that we also are going to print the certificate, right? That
True. Yeah.
So if as soon as you send me, it will be my duty to contact the students, all the students involved, nominees and winners, to provide them with the certificate, printed certificate.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. You will all get your certificate.
Does anyone, any questions?
As we all showed ourselves, it would be really nice to see you students.
Yeah, let's see.
Perhaps you can switch your videos, your cameras on, so that
Just
at least we could
minutes.
wave into the camera to see you all. Because it seems we talk to the off here.
Just a quick glance for the goodbye, at least.
No, Eleonora. Hi, Samantha. Hi. Well, good to see you. This is a little bit, well, more personal, no?
It is. It is.
Very good. Very good. Well, perhaps we can even have a picture all together.
That would be nice. Yeah.
So who else is there? Nobody else. Well, tell your dear colleagues that they should show up here. Nobody wants to. Yeah. Are there any questions from your side you would like to ask? Here is a question from Luca. This question is for one of the industrial partners present. How do you see the future of packaging, considering the acceleration of changes in social practices and the issue of sustainability? Luca, do you want to explain in more detail? I guess
Yes,
this is something interesting for Julia, and Elke is here from Kurz as well. Hello, Elke. And
it's a question for the one that wants to reply. It's a strong question, this. So we are living in a time, this time of the pandemic time, is an accelerator of changes. The pandemic has not invented something that was not present before. The pandemic has accelerated these changes, for instance, in the social practices. I mean, the delivery, the online channel, instead of the supermarket or physical selling. And this is one of the big changes we are living on. The other topic, main topic, is the issue of sustainability. In these two topics, the packaging is very involved. I mean, if now or in a recent future, we will buy much more online through the delivery, how will be the packaging? And also the topic of sustainability, in which way can change our thought about packaging. I know it's a hard question, but if someone wants to give some pills, some suggestions around this topic, it will be very, very nice here. Something from that comes from the industry.
Yeah, I don't know. There is perhaps Julia or Elke or Lucy I can see who are still in the meeting.
It's too strong, the question.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Actually, hello, this is Elke speaking. I try to give a little answer and then pass on to my colleague Julia because she can say something about design for sustainability, also at the example of the latest project, which are the boxes. In terms, if I understood you right, Luca, it was the question how the pandemic situation changed the buying behavior when buying online or in the supermarkets, and if we felt some kind of impact on that. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so actually what we as industry partner, what we are doing, I think you know it, is the transfer technology for decorating the products. So what we felt was we are losing the business of traveling. So the duty-free shops, for instance, at the airports. This was is a big business for us because many products are decorated there. But nevertheless, we felt that people are buying nevertheless a lot of things which are decorated, and decoration is more relevant than ever. This is the experience we've made out of Corona pandemic. So also you could think that people are buying less, or people have to buy online. Even there, it's relevant to have beautiful packages designed. And it's not only because it's not on the shelves in the supermarket or you can't go there. It's nevertheless very important that you offer a special appearance of the packaging as well, because you need to distinguish also online from the other products. So even we've recognized less, oh my God, sorry, main words are missing, less turnover. Of course, this was a problem, I think, for many industry companies. Nevertheless, we found out that nevertheless, a lot of products were decorated. So I don't know if this helps you, but this was my experience, or the experience we had, we found out in the last months. And so I would like to pass on to my colleague Julia, who is designer and who can say a lot of things about design for sustainability, because in the latest projects, which are the boxes, they have considered this a lot.
Thank you, Elke.
You're welcome. I hope I could help. Also some language problems meanwhile.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, I just would add some points concerning, or from design point of view. What we have seen is that the pandemic is, well, it speeded up things a lot. So designer had to be more flexible, had to work differently. And I think that's what we have to have in mind also in the next years that we have to think about materials more than we have done before. We have to think about the way things are sold more than the last years. And I think it speeded up everything a lot. And well, we just need new ideas, especially on the topic materials. So that's what we see.
Rob,
Yes,
perhaps
yes, it's fine. Thank you.
Rob, perhaps from your point of view?
Yes, what I would like to ask the students is how do you see your role after the study? An extended role in society, as we discussed, society is changing in a lot of ways. And actually you are a student, but on the other hand, you are a consumer as well. Means that is it possible for you, or is it your aim to use your skills to improve society by making designs that make sense? What we call it, there must be a human need, we say often. I think that is quite relevant. And then you have the one who has the capacities to develop things, not only in sense of aesthetics, but also pragmatic, etc., to improve the society. I think in social sense, sustainability, as mentioned, and there are far more items, as Julia said, materials, of course, everything. But I think that new role is, for me, quite important as for you as a student to use that in the future.
Any student who would like to say something on that question? Actually, when I remember, during my studies, at that time it was hard to tell what I want to do after having graduated, to be honest. But well, perhaps one or the other already knows and has a strong opinion. Nobody wants to answer the question. Yes,
They are too shy.
Too shy. Yeah, you can even write it in the chat. Would be nice, because we could all learn a lot from you guys as well. So EPDA is open to hear what the young generation
Maybe
is saying.
I can add a think about these topics. That is, in some ways, students as well as designers must be engaged at the start of the process, not at the end of the process, when the decision and some philosophy or something is already but at the start. So maybe what I can imagine in the future is that all the process will be participated from the start to the end by a team of people, professionals that will work together, and in some way engineers with the designer, with the communication designer, because also communication is not at the moment is a part of the process, is at the end of the process, but in the future must be at the same moment in which the process starts. Because I think that a new language must be created in the future, and then a designer must be important part of the team that will decide business change and with the management, and of course with the engineer, etc., etc. So I think about a future in which not professionals but team of professionals will work very, very, very close to each other.
Yeah, that's a good transition, perhaps, to find some final words. In fact, I believe, this is what we hear from our agency members, that of course we fight to be on a project right from the beginning. Very often it's not the case. And second, it would be great not only to have designers talking to the brand owners right from the beginning, but to have everybody in this loop right away. So to know what Elke and Julia, for instance, could do with decorating effects, we need the competence as designers. In the same way, we need to know, well, what kind of sleeves do we have at hand to really make recommendation to the brand owner. So this is, well, something that we all want. Perhaps for the time being, it's still a vision and something that we're longing for and heading for long already, I can say. But the only thing we can really do is to speak to one another. And this well, little project, the desk project, as well as the cooperation with design schools, is something that we want to do from EPDA side to foster this dialogue between all the members in the supply chain, so that we learn from each other and that we are more open to new technologies, and that we make ourselves understand as well, so that the industry understands what designers think.
Claudia, yeah, some last remark from my point. Share for the students a call to action. Share your ambitions with us as an organization, because in the partnership we have, we can use to know what your ambitions are, especially for next version of our award, for example, and make it a two directions communication from the beginning, as we said before. So that partnership would be even bigger as it is up till now, because we come up with a topic for the competition, but at the moment we know if it fits the ambitions of young people, probably it gives them another or a new direction.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for to everybody who attended this afternoon, everybody who was well involved.
Thank you.
The teachers, the jury, members, of course, all the industry partners, whether present or not today. It was a long, intense project we did together. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah, well, what can I say? Thank you, and have a nice evening all together.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.